Welcome to Amplifyre's interview series. My name is Kristian, and joining me today is the founder and partner at Mobifilia, Kedar Potnis. Kedar, welcome to the series, my friend. How are you today?
I'm great, and thanks for having me on this interview.
Absolutely, because today we're talking about a very interesting topic, tech accelerators. So maybe to start us off, what was the challenge that led to the development of tech accelerators?
Oh, that's a pretty interesting question. So for over a decade, we've been partnering with startups to turn their big ideas into real products. But as any entrepreneur knows, time is of essence. So the longer it takes to get a product to market, the harder it is to stay ahead of the competition. And that's what we at Mobifilia are focusing and tackling. And that's the biggest challenge that's facing startup today, and which is time to market. We know that early feedback from the market is crucial for shaping a product's long-term success. That's why we developed a solution that can help startups get there faster. And the solution is tech accelerators. So our experience working with countless clients has taught us how to shorten the development cycle and bring products to market in record time. So with tech accelerators, I think we provide startups with the tools, resources, and expertise that they need to quickly turn their ideas into fully functioning products. And by working closely with our team, basically startups can accelerate their development process, gather critical feedback, and fine-tune their strategies for long-term success.
So let's dive a little bit deeper, because of the challenges that we're talking about. Let's talk a little bit, deeper about what tech accelerators actually are and how they provide these solutions, to these challenges.
Sure. So when it comes to really product development, as always, there are some components that are like common and some components that are custom, which is very unique to the product. So at Mobifilia, we created tech accelerators to speed up the development process by providing independent, tried, tested, and ready-to-use components that can be shared across products. So to make it simple, just think about tech accelerators as standard nuts and bolts that we use in many engine assemblies. Correct? So, for example, almost every product needs some form of user authentication. So what we did is we came up with an authenticator tech accelerator. So that accelerator provides a ready-made component that can be configured for single factor, two factors, or even three factors authentication. So what you need is really apply branding to the user interface, and the component is ready to go. And if you think about what it offers, really, normally it would take basically, or if you try to develop and test this authentication component, it would take you weeks, even months, especially if you are tracking like the events, and you're making sure all the events are audited, who did what, when, what are the failed authentication events, successful authentication events, and whatnot when somebody got locked out. But I think with our tech accelerator, that time is reduced to almost like a week. So you integrate this, you configure it, there are parameters which you can configure, and once you have it ready, you're done. So your authentication is in the product.
And today with everything being in such demand and time being very, very valuable, you can imagine like how beneficial these tech accelerators can be. So maybe let's talk a bit about that. What are the qualitative and quantitative benefits of tech accelerators for businesses and startups?
Oh, that's an interesting question. So basically, our tech accelerators offer a host of benefits that can save time, improve quality, and basically give startups a competitive edge. So let me just explain. There are like 5 benefits that I can explain right away. So accelerated development is the first one. Obviously, these components are tried and tested. They're ready to use, means that the startups can accelerate development, go to market first, and then this not only saves time, saves money as well. Then I think the next big one is great quality, because our tech accelerators are designed by professionals and basically are tested pretty thoroughly for quality and usability. So when it gets really integrated, the customer can be really confident that it works, and it gives us the excellent user experience. The other, I think, benefit is easy to upgrade. So we're constantly redefining or refining our tech accelerators by adding new features to it. So customers can really take advantage of that. For example, if some new feature comes in, a new way of authentication comes in, we will incorporate that in our tech accelerator so that it can be automatically included in your product. And that upgrade is pretty easy. And then basically your product will have the advantage of taking care of that new feature pretty early in the game. The other benefit also is easy to customize. So because our accelerators are really flexible and they can be customized to fit the specific needs. So what we do is if the customer needs something needed or added or tailored to the component, we can basically quickly turn it around and make a revision to our tech accelerator and include that in their product. And the last but not least is the audit trail, or what you call it as the events that we log for all tech accelerators. We log very detailed events of who does what and when, and basically that always gets that metadata around the events always gets logged. And that's particularly important, I think, for fintech, healthcare, and other domains where detailed audit trails are really can be generated with this. And that's actually one of the biggest basically challenges that these guys have is they need who did what and when, and that's available out of the box. So those are kind of really the benefits of tech accelerators.
And as you mentioned, data is power. They used to say knowledge is power, but in this realm, data is power. So really interesting stuff. And I believe this conversation can go on for quite a while, but of course, this is a shorter interview. So if people are interested in finding out more about what you guys do at Mobifilia, where can they go?
Sure, that's simple. So they can go to our website, which is www.mobifilia.com, and find out more. And pretty soon we are going to really start hosting the tech accelerators with live demo onto our site. So for example, if you can go to the website and basically configure an authenticator accelerator. Say first factor is username, password, second factor is phone number, and you can say boom, and it will basically give you a live demo of how it works right there. So that's how you can find us.
That's very cool. So go check out Mobifilia. The links are in the description, of course. Kedar, I just want to say it's been a pleasure to have you on today. Very interesting what you guys are doing there.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Kristian. It was great talking to you.